Well, from Kentucky, Anna, to California, the roads are busy here at 11 tonight. Thanks so much for joining us here on the night team. On Thanksgiving Eve, I'm Alex Dieterer. Lots of people out and about all day today for the holiday, which is just an hour away now for some of us. Let's go now to Reed. Now, Reed, how are the roads right now looking in Kentucky, Anna?
Roads in Kentucky are fine. We have no unusual delays out there at the present time. Traffic volume running about normal, perhaps around some of the shopping areas, particularly grocery stores. People who are cooking right now, they're deciding, oops, we forgot something, we got to run and get it. But no major problems in Kentuckiana. Let's turn our attention to the graphic here. Airport delays and trends. Green on this map is good. No delays at any of the major terminals right now. That is good. Expect no problems overnight. No weather delays either. Any problems today mostly would have been just getting to the airport. Once you got there, I think pretty much people are where they were destined to be today, Alex. Hopefully they're settling in for a good Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about local weather and what's in store, and there are some changes on the way. I'll see you about 11:16.
We knew we wanted to honor him and his legacy in some way. He would have been very excited about that and been able to give back and continue to affect people's lives in a positive way.
An Oldham County family looking to turn their own personal tragedy into positivity for their community. It's been 4 long months now since the death of Oldham County teacher Max Emerson. As his family prepares to celebrate their first Thanksgiving without him, giving back is top of mind. Connor Steffen shows us what they have planned to honor Emerson's generosity.
We want it to be a household name. We want it to embody everything that Max embodied, and we want him to live through his foundation.
For Chandra and Steve Emerson, this Thanksgiving will mark the first without their son Max.
You know, so sometimes we struggle. It's like, well, Max, he wants us to practice what he preached.
But in his spirit,
Max's motto was champions find a way.
They're finding a way to forge ahead. The Oldham County High School teacher and wrestling coach attended a teacher's workshop in D.C. this past July. That's when a man walked up to him in a subway station. Emerson's parents say asking for money.
He could have just walked away. He could have done that, but he opened his wallet, and that's how it started.
Police say for the next 20 minutes, the man held Max at gunpoint, walking him from the train station to the campus of Catholic University before shooting and killing him. Max was just 25 years old.
Living his best life. You go, it's a roller coaster. One day you're way up, next moment you're in the valley.
As the family continues to grieve, they're looking to honor Max through action, starting a foundation called Champions Find a Way. They say the goal is to help bridge the gap for students facing financial barriers to achieving success. And with Max's dedication on the mat.
Because that was his passion. I mean, he was an Oldham County wrestler from first grade till he died.
The nonprofit is aiming to hand out an annual award to a high school wrestler competing in Kentucky.
I think the foundation is going to help heal, help us heal, because then we feel like he's still living.
We want to be able to get partnerships and sponsors in our community and in our state to really buy into this and embody and embrace the legacy and the vision that we have.
And that's not a one-off vision, both say, but one lasting long after they're gone.
We want it to be synonymous with Kentucky wrestling. We want it to be synonymous with education. We want it to embody everything that Max embodied.
An unthinkable tragedy, leaving a lasting legacy. In Oldham County, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 1119, on your side.
The Emersons are currently waiting to be approved for a 503c license. In the meantime, you can still donate to the foundation. We'll have a link to its GoFundMe on our website, WHAS11.com. As for Emerson's alleged killer, police arrested 22-year-old Jamie Macedo in connection to Emerson's death. This footage, coming from the metro station at the university, shows Maxwell Emerson, who's in the green shirt right there, getting off of the elevator. Now, this is around 7:30 that morning. Police say Macedo, here in the black shirt, approached him as he was leaving the station. Macedo has been charged with first-degree murder. He's pled not guilty. His next court appearance is scheduled for January. LMPD Police Chief Jackie Gwynn Villaroel is now being called into question because of what she said on the stand during a civil trial this week. A family is suing an LMPD officer who initiated a police chase that killed their 22-year-old son. 2 years later, the recollection of the LMPD police chief is being challenged. LMPD Police Chief Jackie Gwynn Villaroel took the stand Monday in a civil trial. The case stems from a fatal 2021 police chase that killed 22-year-old Trayvon Mitchell. Mitchell was riding a moped in the California neighborhood July 6, 2021, when the suspect of the police chase refused to stop for police, drove into traffic, crashed into a truck, and ran over Mitchell, killing him. The estate of Mitchell is suing LMPD officer Ben Sullivan, the officer who initiated the police chase, claiming Sullivan's negligence led to the crash. While on the stand, the chief testified under oath that she was not wearing her body camera on the scene. She said if she was wearing her camera, she would have turned it on, which is LMPD protocol.
I don't want to insult you, but it's sitting right there. Anytime you're involved in a law enforcement activity, you're supposed to turn on your body camera. You were second in command,
correct,
responding to this violent, fiery crash. And
I was responding, but I was not actively engaged with any of the citizens at that crash.
However, in a turn of events, the attorney for Mitchell showed proof Chief Gwynn Villaroel was wearing her body camera, showing the jury a photo of the chief from the scene.
If you would have had it on you, you obviously would have turned it on, right? Because you were out there, you were interacting with the public, right?
I would have activated it if I had it on.
That's your story, you're sticking to it.
That's my statement.
I want to show the jury some truth and transparency.
Where's the footage, Chief? Did you delete it?
The chief responded, "I didn't delete anything." The mayor's office released this statement in response to the testimony. Quote, "After providing over 6 hours of testimony on an incident she responded to 2.5 years ago as then deputy chief, Chief Gwynn Villaroel misspoke in response to a gotcha question from a lawyer trying to inflame the jury and drive up their own payday," end quote. The status of Louisville's consent decree was also a topic of discussion during the chief's testimony. The decree was ordered by the Department of Justice to implement change within the police department. The city has been waiting for a final agreement since March. That's when the DOJ released its report findings. In her testimony, the chief said the process has not even begun.
We have not received a draft consent decree to see exactly where their position is. We have not begun any negotiations. So with all accuracy and honesty, I cannot speak to this report in its fullness because we're still in the beginning, we're still at this process.
The city of Louisville is expected to pay upwards of $7 million to fund its consent decree. And a reminder to be careful as you hit the road for the holidays. In Louisville, 3 fatal traffic crashes happened in the last 24 hours. A pedestrian is dead tonight after being hit by a car on Cane Run Road. LMPD officers say a man was crossing Cane Run Road just south of Shanks Lane. He was hit by a car going south. He was then taken to the hospital where he later died. And early this morning, a man was killed in a motorcycle crash on Southwestern Parkway. Around 2 this morning, LMPD responded to the parkway at West Broadway. Investigators believe the motorcyclist was driving the wrong way down Southwestern Parkway and then hit a stopped garbage truck. He died at the hospital. And another motorcyclist died early this morning. Just before 2 this morning, a man was riding a motorcycle on I-65 North when he tried to merge onto the 264 ramp. You can see the scene here from Trimark. Officers believe he lost control and hit a concrete barrier, causing him to be thrown off the bike. The man died on the scene. LMPD says he was not wearing a helmet. New information tonight, a man is charged in connection to a leak of evidence in the Delphi murder cases. Officers say they were notified on October 5th that pictures were released to the public that were not supposed to be. Mitchell Thomas Westerman is accused of taking photos of evidence in an attorney's office and then leaking them to a podcast creator. Westerman admitted to being former friends with one of the attorneys in the case, and since then the judge has appointed different lawyers to represent the man accused of the killings, Richard Allen. We turn now to a developing story out of New York at the Canadian border. Authorities are investigating an explosion on the Rainbow Bridge near Niagara Falls on the U.S. side. You can see right here every security checkpoint closed. This shocking video shows the moment the car goes airborne. Sources say the vehicle was seen on surveillance footage, stopped at an initial security checkpoint before speeding up and crashing into the second checkpoint. It's unclear what caused this explosion. Police say 2 people are dead, and they're now looking into what may have caused this. But the New York governor is ruling out terrorism.
Based on what's happening in other parts of the world, everybody is on edge, and this is an international border.
Local law enforcement is also placing canine officers on each of the international bridges, and cars are being searched at Buffalo Airport out of an abundance of caution. Well, here's a good update for you tonight from the Virginia football player injured while playing against U of L this month. Here's a message to UVA fans.
What's up, Wahoo fans? Paris Jones here, 6-year running back. I just want to encourage you guys to pack Scott Stadium, man. Saturday at 3:30. It's the Commonwealth Cup. Our boys need us. Rally behind them, and let's go get a win, man. Let's go Hoos, baby.
Paris Jones has been recovering from surgery here in Louisville since his injury on November 9th. He was wheeled off the field at the U of L home game and taken to the hospital where he had spinal surgery. But as you just saw, he is on the mend and standing on his own.